Today we're going to take a look at transaction ZCTN. It's the transaction that the plants use today to print box end labels. But this one's a little bit different. We added some functionality for variable pack sizes, mainly to support the pick and pack operation in Maquoketa. The general functionality is a user puts in a production order number. The standard pack size is determined by the system when they hit print. It prints the number of labels necessary against the production order quantity divided by the pack quantity. So there's not much variability in there. Maquoketa needed the ability to generate labels with a pack size on the fly to support those variable packs. So that's specifically what this label is for. If you have a question about printing the box labels in its general sense, there is a separate video for transaction ZCTN. Okay, so let's get started. Before we go into the transaction, the first thing you would need to do is if you need the ability to print this variable pack functionality, you're going to need to update your user ID. The way you do that is you go into System, User Profile, No Data. If you go to the Parameters tab, you'll see all of your user parameters. The one that you would need to add is this one right here, ZCTN5, and you need to put an X, uppercase X in that field. That's what's going to give you the ability for this functionality. We don't want to release it to all the plants. They don't necessarily have the need, so we hide it for them. Okay, so if I go into ZCTN and I hit enter, you're going to see this variable pack size. If you do not see that, then the previous step you didn't do correctly. Again, we're going to hide it. Okay. Now, the second thing you'll need to know is that when we're printing variable pack sizes, you can only do it for one order at a time. And that's because we really need to make this a controlled method. Users are going to scan these labels and post confirmations against whatever you generated for. So we have to have a control mechanism. So we are going to force people to do it order by order. Okay. So I have an order. I think this is it. I have this order here. Okay, so I have 40 eaches. I didn't create any labels yet, so I'll put in my order number, my plant. Obviously, we need our printer number, and then I want to make sure I select this variable pack size. Okay, once I do, I'm going to hit select, and the screen's going to come up. It's going to show your order number. It's going to show you your pack order quantity. And what's remaining against what's not printed. Any existing labels that are printed would show up here. Okay, so what I'm first going to do is I'm going to generate one label for 5. Okay, and when I do that and I hit print, the printer executes and we get our label. The other thing to note is that if I am in my ZDPT transaction that allows me to keep track of my labels. Now, if I look at this order, you're going to see that I have one label, cart number 1, for pack number 5. Okay, just have one. Now, if I go back in and hit execute again, same order, now you're going to see I have 35 remaining out of 40 because I have one label at 5. So next, if I put in, let's just say 2, 2, 2, and hit print, 3 more labels are going to print. I come back here, update this, so I'm allocating my pack size. It's generating sequential label numbers, all that would follow through the scanning process as the rest do. Now if I go back here and I look at my progress, all of my previously created labels are here. The only thing it will not let you do is print more labels than the order quantity. So here I have 29 remaining, and if I try to print 40 more, it's going to give me an error here that says you're trying to print more labels than the available quantity. So you can only go up to that. Okay? And that's about it. You'll hit print, you'll get your labels. This should be able to be executed either on the shop floor or from the scheduling department. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact support@pcf.com. Thank you.